Okay, thank you for coming on here and sharing, your transformation with us. It's a pleasure to speak to you again, especially after quite a while. So let's get straight into it. You've done quite a few of the lessons. You did the marriage, the parenting, family, friends. So quite a few of the relationship side. You did the emotions, energy, and the time, and those are the ones that you got through. So can you tell us a little bit about how was your life balance before the program?
So life then was a lot harder than what it is right now. Didn't really know, where to go, what to do, whose advice do I seek, who do I listen to, and then it wasn't balanced. It was just living day to day, no plan involved into it, and just living day to day. Yeah.
How are your relationships?
Relationships with my friends were good. Relationship with my family wasn't too good. Relationship with my wife wasn't the wasn't very good. It was really bad at that time. Um, yeah, so friends, I'm not going to add into this because we have a fantastic relationship with my friends. I don't live with them. I don't see them every single day. We don't get into it too much, so that's a balanced relationship there. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So
And
family wasn't too clever.
okay, so how is your life balance now after the program?
Relationship wise,
Yeah, so let's start with relationship wise. Yep.
right? So with my family, I've got a fantastic relationship with my family right now. I have done for the last couple of months. And at the stage that I'm in right now, in the situation I'm in right now, they've been very, very supportive towards me and very, very helpful. It's changed my perspective on them as well. Um, so that when it comes to family, yeah, it's fantastic. Friends, it's always been fantastic. With the wife,
Parenting?
my parents, yeah, my family comes into that. So yeah, like I said, I'm staying with my mother at the moment. I'm spending
No, so
time with her.
parenting of your child, of your children.
All right. Okay, sorry, I didn't hear that very clear. Right. So, parenting with my child, not much has changed apart from I try not to be too attached to them, but I still am in a sense. I still, I still love my kids to the moon and back. We all do. Uh, I've changed in a sense where the transformation would be that I don't argue in front of the kids and I won't shout and scream and I won't do things before I would without using my head. Now I do not do things like that and I don't involve the children into it and I try to have a good relationship with them. I try to see them as much as I can. Um, yeah. So
Wonderful,
yeah, if there's
wonderful.
anything you want to add on to that or any
No,
questions
no.
you want to ask.
So during the program, how did your marriage improve? Because I know that the marriage was one of the main things you came for, the balance in your
Yeah.
marriage. During the program, how did it change?
During the program, it was I'm not it was fantastic. Yes, we had ups and downs during, but we would get over it using the examples and the modules that you shared with us. It was better than what it was. Like I said, we still had a few ups and downs, but it wasn't as bad as before we started the program.
That's wonderful. Okay, and what about your emotions yourself? Before the program, how are you as an emotion management wise?
Then I never used to think with my head. Basically, I used to just see red, uh, and not just do things where I would without thinking, just doing things and saying things, and not understanding the what will happen after that, the consequences, basically. Um, if you're gonna ask me during, or you're gonna ask me after next.
During is fine because what I really want to know is how did it change now? Like how are you now? Because this is a long time later. So how is
Yeah.
it now?
So yeah, I don't make them mistakes anymore. I only now I don't try to get in confrontation with people anymore. Do you know what I mean? I'll try to discuss it with them. Um, yeah, so there has been a massive improvement in myself when it comes to you know after doing the program. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you mentioned before you're more in control.
Yes, I'm definitely more in control of my emotions and my ego, for example. I am, yeah. Right now, I am, yeah.
And just before we started this recording, you mentioned to me that you can beat your ego. What did you mean by that?
So, for example, I used to stick to my word, whether I knew it was wrong. I would, if I was going to say something used by emotion, I'd stick to it, whether whether it was wrong or whether it was wrong anyway, I'd stick to it and I'd be like, no, that's my word, that's how it is. But now, after the program, I don't think like that anymore. I basically, I don't use my emotions. I don't use my emotions as to make decisions anymore. I don't do that anymore. No.
That's a very powerful transformation, because that can change, that literally can change your life. That those few things, beating your ego and not using your emotions to make decisions, that's a transformation, a massive one. And wonderful. So would you recommend it to others, and why?
Of course, I would recommend it. I've always recommended yourself. I've always told them that um, I've been through it. I've seen the transformation, and you should as well. Um, yeah, so I have been recommending a few people to yourself. Whether they got in contact with you could be for many reasons. Maybe financially, maybe they not got the time, maybe both partners didn't agree. I don't know, but 100% I would, because it's absolutely helped me as a person myself.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And hearing this is, I can't put it into words.
No, thank you, Brother Osman, for everything that you've done. You went out your way. You was there for me in times that we both needed you, and it was just not. It was just not. I think we had a good relationship with ourselves as well. I found like a good friend in you, someone that I could go to and have no judgment, thinking that, oh, if he's gonna judge me or not. So I thank you as well for bettering me as a person. I can't talk for other people. I can talk about myself. Yeah, so I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.